As the saying goes, necessity is the mother of invention. Yet, that doesn't seem to tell the whole story. If you ask us, the unsung hero of invention is innovation. The two are practically inseparable, particularly if you're working at a startup. By encouraging new and innovative ideas, you can do so much more than you previously thought. Of course, it's one thing to talk the talk, but you'll need to walk the walk if you genuinely want to encourage creativity. Here are 10 great ways that you can encourage innovation in your workplace. 1. Encourage active listening. Merely hearing what someone says and actually listening to their thoughts and ideas are two very different processes. The former is inherently passive, while the latter takes a more active approach. On that note, you and your team would do well to look into active listening. 2. Encourage personal projects. When Google was just a small startup, they found themselves in the spotlight for one of their workplace policies. They allowed employees to dedicate 20% of their workday to personal projects, even if they had nothing to do with their work at Google. Executives found that employees weren't just more productive, they were flat out happier. 3. Built an office-wide rapport. Sometimes it can be hard to separate your coworkers from the workplace. But at the end of the day, you're all just people. And chances are your workplace would be a lot more productive if everyone took the time to get to know one another. Encourage employees to socialize and build a rapport in the workplace. Doing so fosters friendships while creating an open atmosphere that can directly encourage innovation. 4. Encourage innovation through incentives. Everyone likes a reward. And research suggests that providing incentives is one of the best ways to encourage innovation. Plenty of small businesses and startups use creative incentives to encourage employees to stay focused. While getting paid is undoubtedly lovely, it isn't always enough of an excuse to do more than the bare minimum. 5. Take suggestions. If nothing else, employees just want to know that their opinions matter. Sometimes all you need to encourage innovation is to make yourself more open to suggestions. Allowing employees to voice concerns or ask questions can create a more open and welcoming atmosphere. 6. Learn from the past. One of the best ways to improve a business is by learning from flubs along the way. Make no mistake, failure is far from a bad thing. In fact, if it weren't for failure, we wouldn't have dozens of the things we enjoy today. From vehicles to the very piece of technology you're using to read this article, everyone fails at some point. 7. Encourage multi-team projects. Employees working at a startup with multiple teams may not ever have an opportunity to meet coworkers outside of their team. This is a huge mistake. Not only does it make your office feel cliquish, but it can very easily lead to groupthink. It's recommended that brands with multiple teams collaborate regularly. 8. Give credit where credit is due. Even in a small startup environment, it's easy to feel lost in the shuffle. If an employee's work is hardly recognized, they'll start to feel invisible. They may even think that their work doesn't matter or that they aren't valued. A great and easy way to show your appreciation is by recognizing hard work. Give credit when someone knocks it out of the park. You'd be amazed at how recognition can encourage innovation and speed up productivity. 9. Incorporate feedback. Earlier, we discussed the importance of hearing employees out. But there's more to it than that. Listening to employee feedback is excellent, but incorporating it is far more effective. It shows that you're really looking and care about the concerns of those at your office. A little effort goes a long way. 10. Give employees space. If you worked in an environment where your boss was always hovering over you, think Bill Lumbergh from Office Space, you probably wouldn't get much done. Employees need space to think, so give it to them. Allowing employees to have that space shows a distinct sense of trust. Encourage innovation with these tips. Incorporating these 10 tips into your workplace is almost guaranteed to encourage creativity.